You are watching On Demand. Please do not try to vote or enter any competition or other interactivity in this programme, as it may not count and you may still be charged.
Hello, welcome to Tuesday's Loose Women. It is lovely to have your company this afternoon, and putting the world to rights alongside me, Ruth Langsford, it is Colleen Nolan, Carol McGiffin and Linda Robson. So coming up today, she's still 74 days away, but would you actually consider cooking your Christmas dinner right now and freezing it? Actually cook it and freeze it ahead of the big day, or is that just being too prepared? Also, scientists find that men with high levels of the hormone testosterone are more likely to stray in a relationship. We're asking, could it be your DNA then that makes you cheat? Then at 1:15.
Now it's time that I check the bathroom.
You won't find anything wrong in there, love.
Yeah, I would say that this is spotless, but what about all the rest? Everything is a mess in here.
Yeah, but look at those lovely glass windows there. I've cleaned all them, they look lovely.
I'll give you another 10 minutes, shall I?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be finding out how Linda got on when she spent a day as a chambermaid at a super swanky London hotel. Well, listen, it's nice to see you, Linda, because I haven't seen you for a while, so we're catching up today. And the first thing I said is, like, where did you get that tan? Not in that hotel, clearly.
And it wasn't out of a bottle, that's for sure. So I've been to Portugal. I've been doing a new project with my friend Leslie Joseph, and we spent 3 weeks in Portugal, but doing mostly activities. Like, we did parasailing, we did go-karts, we did everything. We did cooking, we did sunbathing. Swimming.
Nice. So, like challenges?
Paddle boarding, we did everything that we wanted to do. Yeah, we did water park, we did the lot. It was so lovely, honestly, just getting away from you lot.
So this is for a TV. This is for a TV show which will be coming up. So
Next year,
what was your lasting memory like coming away from that? A great time, obviously.
Oh, we just had such a brilliant time, honestly. It was amazing. 19 days away from home. Obviously missed the grandchildren. That was FaceTiming them all the time. And then they kept saying to me every day, when you're coming home, maybe one more day. I said, maybe one more day, we'll just see. But honestly, it was absolutely lovely.
But we saw a water park there.
Yeah.
I have to say, I've got nightmares about water park things.
Me
Water
too.
parks. Did you actually go and do like
Yeah, I
rapids
did,
all
and
that?
I had a bit of an accident. So we got on one of those rubber dinghies, and there's 4 of us on there, and I was at the back, and the last thing they said to me was, don't let go of the handles. So I got up, and we went up, like, round the chutes and everything, that was all right, and then it went up the wall, and then when we got to the top of that wall, I couldn't hold on any longer, so I let go of one hand. So then I was like Superwoman, going down the chutes with one hand, and got to the bottom, and then the dinghy landed on top of me, so I was under it, and 3 people were then on top of me. I actually wet myself as well.
Nice.
But it was like, they said, your face, you just look confused. Not
It's quite
scared.
good to wet yourself in a water park.
I know,
I
it
don't think
was.
anyone would know.
Exactly. But yeah, no.
No, I remember going on one of those water slides things on a beach years ago in Spain with my friend and her son. I said, oh, I'll take him up. And so, you know, everyone waits at the bottom for all their kids to come down.
Yeah.
So he went ahead of me, and I got on, and the guy said to me, oh, if you lie back and put your arms above your head, you know, you don't go too fast, which I think actually is the opposite.
Yeah.
So I started off quite slowly. I was like, oh, this is not too bad. Anyway, I started picking up speed, faster and faster, and then there was a complete tunnel bit. And anyway, I hit this tunnel at such a speed that I went round. And my friend said all she could hear was bang, crash, bang,
Spin dryer.
like a spin dryer. I shot out the bottom, right, into, like you said about confused, I shot out the bottom, and as I stood up, literally hair like that, going, she went like this to me. My bikini top had come up and the bottom come down. So I was literally standing, spluttering.
I can't bear water parks. And I went on my first holiday, just me and Kira, mother and daughter. She loves a water park, and her dad always goes with her. So she was like, please take me to it. And I was like, OK, I felt guilty, mother's guilt. Went to this water park. I'm not getting on anything. She had me on everything. And we did this one thing where there's 4 of you in the, like you did, 4 of you in this tyre thing. And it started off bad. When
Lazy River. Did you start?
No, I did the lazy river, and as we got halfway round, I thought, this is great, the lazy river, and the guy went, left or right? He's going, left or right? And I'm going to Kira, what way? And she went, left. I'm going, why? What does it mean? She went, trust me, go left. Went left. rapids. Little cow sent me down the rapids.
Did you keep the
Couldn't get
swimsuit
out
on?
of my rubber ring at the end because my bum's so big it was stuck down. So Kira tipped me out. The whole thing went on top of my head. I grazed all my knees so they were bleeding because it was shallow. And as I pushed the thing off my head, my hair, like you said, is everywhere. And I see these feet next to me, and I look up, and there's the most gorgeous Adonis lifeguard standing next to me. Like, I'm like,
It's not a good look
oh
for us,
my God, I
Colleen.
hate water
It serves
parks.
you
Hate them.
right. I mean, who do you think you are? You're not 5.
I know.
Going to a water park.
You're never too late
What's
to
wrong
try
with you?
anything.
Yeah, no, it's
Honestly,
nice.
all those kids. Oh, I can't think of anything worse.
What kids?
Well, Linda, I
In a
can't wait to
water
see it.
park, yeah.
I can't wait to see it, Linda, and it's nice to have you back.
Nice to be back.
So let's talk about the story obviously dominating the news today. This is the first major inquiry into the COVID crisis. It's been released. It has concluded that many UK care home residents died needlessly during the pandemic and that the elderly were treated as an afterthought. In total, more than 41,000 care home residents died from COVID between March last year and April this year. So shocking numbers. I say shocking, I think people that have got loved ones in care homes knew that this was going on. We couldn't get in to see them. So sadly for people who've lost loved ones who couldn't be with them, couldn't hold their hand. So I wasn't shocked by that. I was just saddened to hear those numbers again.
Yeah.
And this word afterthought, because that's, I think, how so many of us felt about our loved ones in care homes, that they were just forgotten. And I think they've talked, obviously, about the number of elderly people discharged from hospital without being tested, that then took COVID back to these care homes and decimated the systems that they had in place, lack of PPE. And my thoughts with this inquiry, and obviously, they have to look into practices and what happened and how we can prevent things again. But for me, it has shone a light on social care, and I think for me in a positive way, that we saw how undervalued care home workers are, how they were forgotten, underpaid a lot of the time, or low paid maybe I should say. And I had such respect for them that I was thinking, they're looking after my mum, I can't see her, I can't get in to see her. Thank goodness for them. So what I hope is that continues, that respect and that looking at social care, funding it properly, will continue. And I hope that, we can all look back, but we need to look forward.
How tragic, though, that it had to take that to be able to see what's happened there. I think what's happened in the care homes over the last 2 years has been verging on criminal, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the worst part of it, and I think it's so scandalous. And reading that report, this is part of a report, I think, a wider look into it all. All I can hear them saying now is, well, lessons will be learned.
Yeah.
And you just know they won't. And what you're saying about, discharging elderly people back into care homes without testing them. And don't forget that the government lied and said they did test them, and they said it over and over again, and then it was found out that they didn't. So you have to just say they knew what they were doing, and they knew what was happening. And I find it so sad. Some of the saddest parts of the whole last 2 years with the pandemic and when it's been going on is seeing the pictures of people not being able to see their loved ones, like you, where you have to go and look through a piece of glass.
Up at a window with our hands together.
And people have been trying to get them out of these homes because they've been... I mean, to die of loneliness is almost worse, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just shocking and it upsets me.
And I have to say, Ruth, I agree with you as well, an absolute newfound respect for healthcare workers. And I think watching, I don't know if any of you saw it, that drama that was on called Help.
Jodie Comer.
Yeah.
I only saw the trailers. I haven't actually
exactly
seen it
what
yet.
we're talking about. And it really brought it home to you, because I didn't know... I mean, I've always had respect for care workers ever since my mum was in a home, and you just look at them and you think the hours they do and the lack of pay, really, and amazing, amazing people. But that really highlighted the COVID situation, because it talked about they were in this drama, they were screaming for the PPE clothes and, and the testing when these patients were arriving. And then, you know, there's one episode where half the staff have gone down with COVID, so they're not allowed back in, and this healthcare worker has to do it on her own, and she's watching the people dying. And honestly, it was so moving, and obviously, very, very truthful.
Well, let's hope it does continue, you know, shining that spotlight on those people, and they get better looked after, more respect. And this actually, this is a joint inquiry by the Science and Technology Committee along with the Health and Social Care Committee. So that's a committee of MPs. There's another inquiry, an independent public inquiry, will begin in the spring. So not until spring next year. So this is the first one. There's still another one to come, where obviously more questions to be asked. I'm sure we'll be talking about this for a long time. And, you know, if you did lose a loved one in a care home during this pandemic, you know, our condolences to you, and what very, very difficult times for everybody. OK, on a lighter note, Christmas lunch. Christmas lunch. If you have a lot of people for Christmas lunch, or even just a few, actually it can be quite stressful. So there's some chefs at the moment saying that we've got 74 days still to go, but they've been given their tips on how you could actually cook your Christmas dinner now. OK, so we're not just saying bung things in the freezer, actually cook it, freeze it, and be ahead of the big day. So they're saying you can actually cook your turkey and then pour the gravy on it and freeze it. You could make... Now, I've done this one.
Oh,
I haven't done it yet for this year.
Of course you have.
Of course you have. Yeah. Making your gravy. So use your Sunday roast chicken bones and start making gravy now for Christmas. Put it in the freezer. I've done that a lot.
Can you put it all on the plate and then wrap it up in foil and then put it in the freezer? So on the day you just get it out on the plate and put it in the oven.
You need a blooming good freezer, wouldn't you? A big one.
You'd have to
You've got to
plate
fit all
it
that in the
up.
freezer.
Plate it up.
Plate it up. Actually, you could give them as a Christmas present on Christmas Day.
Exactly, and they go out. Just leave it there.
Have you ever cooked a big Christmas lunch, Carol?
No.
No.
Of course not.
No, because it's very stressful.
Oh, it's just... It's not worth the mess.
You were just about to say it's just Christmas lunch then, weren't you?
Well, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Not
it
just-
is.
It's just a glorified roast dinner, isn't it? It's just a glorified roast dinner.
All the fuss and
That's all it is.
going
And it's
on
over
about
so
it.
quick, isn't it?
And we're talking about it now. We're still in October. We're not even halfway through October yet.
No.
And we're talking about Christmas
Listen,
dinner.
when I'm getting
And you
my
won't be able
Christmas...
to get a turkey anyway.
No, but when I'm getting my Christmas gravy out of the freezer on Christmas Eve, all calm, I'm not over a big pan on Christmas Day, you won't be laughing then at me, will you?
Yeah. Absolutely
You will.
hysterical. Like
You
that.
absolutely will.
Yes, we will. We're already laughing
mad.
at you.
Still be going.
Not with
need
you.
to get a life.
Oh, let me know if you're making your Christmas gravy,
I don't need to worry
please. I
about
can't
it.
be the only one
No.
doing that. OK, still to come on Loose Women. At 1 o'clock, we're going to be asking how would you deal with a friend letting down all their boundaries and getting naked in front of your partner? And...
A lot of my hair did fall out and I had, like, quite a lot of bald patch hair. And I think when I was 16, that's when you're, like, you know, you hit puberty, you're trying to look like I just felt very unlike girly.
Made in Chelsea star Olivia Bentley will be revealing how being diagnosed with alopecia, aged just 16, badly affected her confidence. She'll also have advice for other people who are struggling with hair loss. That and a lot more right after this. Hello, welcome back to Loose Women. And still to come today, we'll be taking a look at what happened when Linda got on her hands and knees and slipped on some marigolds as she became chambermaid for the day. She was loving life. Also later, we'll be asking, is it in your DNA to be a cheat? Before we do any of that, though, competition for you. And here's a bit of a dilemma for you, actually. Would you rather take £1 million up front now or take £10,000 a month for the next 10 years? Here's Brenda, she'll explain it all.
We provide, you decide. If you win our £1 million decision, you get to choose. Take all the dosh now or have £10,000 a month for 10 years. There's a guaranteed winner for every competition. Here's Holly, whose 2021 was transformed when she got the winning call from ITV.
I was here at home, just having a chill day, and then the phone rang, saying it was ITV, and it was only one possible thing it could have been. Called up my mum first, and she couldn't believe it at first, and then I called up my friends, and they all were like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course, I won it." It was £2 and it was the best £2 I've ever spent.
That's £1 million, which could be yours. For another chance to win, text cash to 82248. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website, entries cost £2. Call 09068 78 2248. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to CD 37 PO Box 7 558 Derby DE1 0NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close on Friday 22nd of October at 4 p.m. Good luck.
Thank you, Brenda. Yes, good luck with that. Now, she's best known as one of Made in Chelsea's feistiest characters, but viewers saw another side to her when Olivia Bentley opened up about her struggles with alopecia on the show. Now, we are going to be talking to her all about that, but we can't have her on the show, of course, without starting talking about the new series of Made in Chelsea. It started last night on E4. Olivia, it is lovely to have you with us. Can I just check first I can call you Liv?
Yes, Liv.
Lovely to see you. Started again last night. At the end of the previous series, we saw you and Tristan had broken up. The big question on everybody's lips now is, are you back together? Because you were seen on holiday together on your social media. So that's what everyone is asking. Are you back?
I think you'll have to watch the rest of the show to find out what actually happens, because it gets quite tricky.
Well, you look very cosy there. That doesn't look tricky, that picture.
No, that doesn't look that tricky. No, we go through a lot to get to the place that we're in now, if that makes sense.
OK, so you can't tell us too much more, because obviously we'll see that during this series. Is that a happy ending? Happy-ish?
She's not going to tell you.
You'll have to wait to find out.
She's good.
Give it up.
Good.
Give it up.
Well, look, I'm doing my job.
She's not going to tell you.
She's doing hers.
Liv, what's it like having a relationship with everybody asking you questions about it? You know, in the public eye, on TV. Because when we were young, nobody gave a hoot about our relationships and no one knew about it. And now everybody knows about yours and they're asking you questions on TV about it. Shocking.
It's too much. It is a lot, though.
But is it
Everyone
hard? Is it difficult? Is it like, you know, how is it? I mean, or do you plan it?
No, I mean, it is really hard, especially if you're going through, like, issues. And then everyone, like, on Instagram or social media gives their 2 cents worth about what they think you should do. And then it's like, oh, I mean, I'm trying to figure it out, let alone have everyone else comment on it. So it is hard.
Do you think you might regret it one day, going on TV and living your life out like that?
That's a good question. I don't know. No, I don't think I would, actually. So I don't think I've behaved too badly.
But you have used it, Olivia, or Liv, as a platform as well. You know, an awful lot of people watch the show, a lot of young people particularly, and you have talked very openly about the fact you were diagnosed with alopecia at 16. Why was it so important for you to kind of tell people that and share it?
I think, so when I first joined Chelsea, I used to get a lot of trolling about the way I looked, mainly about my hair, not necessarily, and about the, like, lack of having like a top lip and stuff. So I used to get a lot of trolling, and then eventually when I started to wear a wig on the show, I then spoke about why I was wearing it, because no one knew that I had hair loss.
16, that must have been very, very difficult. When did you first notice it? Why do you think it happened to you? Have you been given any kind of diagnosis?
So when I was 16, I was on holiday with my family, and I got out the shower and I combed my hair and noticed like a bald patch at the front of my head. And I thought it was just from I pulled the hair out or something. Anyway, the hair never grew back. So I went to the doctor and they said it could have been a side effect from the contraceptive pill, which I didn't know was a side effect. So I came off the pill, but then I still lost my hair in different places all over my head.
So at that age especially, that must have really, really knocked your confidence.
Yeah, it was really hard. And I think at 16, you know, everyone really only cares about the way you look. And I think there I was. I hadn't really hit puberty at that point. Like, I was quite flat-chested, and then all my hair was falling out. And I was like, great, I sort of kind of look like a bloke. And also, I didn't know about hair loss. I just didn't really, it wasn't something I'd heard of. And then, so I didn't talk to anyone about it because I thought, I don't know, I was embarrassed, I guess. And it was just not a common thing.
Did it make you more self-conscious about dating and that, the hair loss?
It did, and I had a comment once from a boyfriend who said, "Oh, I can't have kids with you because they'll be bald." And I remember thinking, "Oh God, like that's quite awful." And yeah, it was. I then got into wearing lots of wigs and hair extensions, so I sort of tried to cover it up as much as possible. And then I'd never say to anyone, you know, I've lost my hair, that's why I'm wearing a wig. I would just wear hair extensions because it was sort of a common thing, I suppose.
So it must have been a big decision for you, Liv, to decide to talk about it on the show. What reaction did you get from people?
Well, I was really apprehensive about doing it because I sort of didn't know what reaction I would get. But then after I spoke about it, I got so much love, and so many younger girls saying how grateful they are because they suffer with it too, but have been too like ashamed to talk about it with anyone. So the reaction was amazing. And I actually, after doing it, I sort of felt more at peace with having it because now I don't worry about it at all. I mean, luckily all my hair has come back now.
For people watching, Liv, who maybe haven't seen you talking about it on Made in Chelsea and this is happening to them, what would your advice be now?
I think one thing that I think people get very wrong is they think the best option is to start getting permanent hair extensions put in or dyeing it. I think I went through a phase when I joined Chelsea, I had very bleached hair, and it's because I was trying to cover up the bald patches, because when my hair's darker, you can see how fine my hair is. But that was the worst thing I could have done. And also, yeah, go to an actual hair specialist who can try and talk you through different treatments you can try, not cover it up. Yeah. I think that's what I did a lot with damage.
Listen, I'm sure you've helped a lot of people by discussing it, and thank you for talking to us about it too. The new series Made in Chelsea, it started last night. It is on E4 Mondays at 9 o'clock. We will look very much forward to seeing what happens with you and Tristan. You've whetted our appetite now, as you tell me nothing, but well done. The producers will be very, very pleased with you. Thanks very much, Liv.
Thank you.
See you. Now, after the break on Loose Women, we've got this juicy dilemma. A woman has asked what she should do about her best friend and her husband, who seem to be very comfortable being naked around each other. What would you do about that? And scientists have revealed that men with higher levels of testosterone are more likely to play away. So is it really in your genes to be a cheat? We'll be talking about all of that right after this.
He kept millions of us active during lockdown with his daily fitness sessions, and now he's released his first children's book. The nation's PE teacher, Joe Wicks, joins Loose Women to tell us the ups and downs of the burpee bears. Is there anything he can't do? Joe Wicks, tomorrow at 12:30.
Hello, welcome back to Loose Women. It's great to have your company this afternoon. And alongside me, Ruth Langsford, it is Colleen Nolan, Carol McGiffin and Linda Robson. So still to come, it is official. Speedos, as sported by the likes of Tom Daley, are back. Sales of the skimpy swimming trunks are soaring. So are you pleased to see their return? And now, to know what you think about this, I don't know why I'm laughing. It's quite amusing. OK, so there's a woman in Australia, OK, so she's written into an advice column, Agony Aunt, about how best to approach her husband and her best friend about boundaries. So, see, they've become a little bit too close for comfort, in her opinion. So the friend, basically, is staying with her, OK? So husband, wife, best friend comes to stay. She said, that's great, they've always got on, everything's dandy. But then she notices husband and best friend are very comfortable being naked in front of each other. So he'll kind of get out of the shower and walk across the landing, and she'll be coming out in her pants with the ironing, friend and husband, and the partner, wife, is saying, she actually says, I trust them both wholeheartedly, of course. I go, But she's feeling rather uncomfortable. Over to our resident Agony Aunt. Imagine that landing in your post bag. What would you say? Should she be worried?
Wow. OK, here's the thing. When they're there and they're doing it in front of her, and it's all very, you know, some people have no issue with about their bodies and being naked. I know loads of people, especially younger people, who just are quite comfortable being naked in front of each other. Where I wouldn't like it is what would happen when I'm out the house and they're not, and I'm not there, and they're naked in front of each other. And also, I just think it's a bit disrespectful to her friend to turn up and just think she can do that. If they're fully naked, I mean, it always amazes me because when people say, yeah, but she walks around in her underwear, I always think, well, she'd walk around a swimming pool in a bikini, which effectively...
But this might be
But I think
not
this is
in her.
naked.
I think this is naked. And she said they kind of josh about and they say,
And you
oh, we're
know
just
what?
like siblings, like we josh about. She'll give him a little nudge, she'll
that's
give her a
rubbish.
little nudge.
And
With no
that's
clothes on.
rubbish.
No clothes.
Yeah, it's rubbish. And no matter how comfortable they might be with it, if she's not, then she needs to say, I'm not comfortable with this and you need to stop.
But are they officially naturists?
Doesn't say
doesn't
that,
say.
no. She doesn't
Because
say
they
that.
are, every time you hear people who are into that thing talking about it, they always say it's not sexual at all. So maybe there is no kind of
Yeah, that's what I'm
sexual
saying. There might
sort
be
of
just
feeling.
No,
exactly,
no, no.
exactly.
No.
You don't just suddenly,
no.
don't suddenly want to, you know, get into bed with someone just because they ain't got any clothes on, do
Well,
you?
I wouldn't want someone walking around naked in front of my husband. I don't walk around naked in front of him, so I don't want anyone else walking around naked in front of him.
Well, why don't you try it?
I don't want to.
Why not?
I want it all kept tucked away.
Poor Mark.
No, I'm sorry, but that's wrong. I'd have to pack your bags and clear off, love. I'm sorry. That's going over a boundary. There's a line there. She's gone over that line.
Well, I'd have the conversation with her. I mean, before I actually kicked her out, I'd say, listen, I just don't feel really comfortable.
It
She's
is,
not
it's
feeling comfortable. It's her house
Yeah.
and her husband. And she needs to have a word with
She
both
probably
of them.
needs to say it to them. It did make me think, though, just when we were talking about it this morning, because my immediate reaction is like, oh, no, I'm not having that, not in my house. And then I thought, well, why am I so hung up about people being naked if they're not hung up about it?
I don't like being naked.
And I was looking back and thinking, I'm really not comfortable. You know, like when you go to the gym years ago, but in a gym or something in a change
Now
room,
you
there
just
will
go to
always
the
be
gym.
those people that are very comfortable. Now I'd have a gym rather than go to the gym. But you know, those people that are comfortable, those women that kind of dry their hair and they're just standing in their pants, no bra, drying their hair. I'm the person under the towel or in the cubicle.
I am.
So
But
it
nobody
did
has
make me
clothes on in a changing room in a gym, do they? Nobody.
I do.
Don't stress about.
I do as well.
Or I always find
a
a cubicle where you're allowed to go in and there's always
It's
a
all
cubicle.
right, as long as someone you don't or you hardly know comes up to have a chat with you. And you're standing there trying to have a normal chat about stuff with no clobber
Clothes
on.
on.
And it's like, you don't know where to put, you don't know where to look.
Well, the problem with me is I can't help but look.
you?
I can't help but look.
Well,
That's my issue.
exactly
So they come up
right.
and I'm going, yeah, I'm fine,
But
thanks.
that might
I'm
be this
looking at the
woman's point.
boobs.
Her husband can't help but look. So if her mate's walking around naked, it's the joshing about that gets me.
Yeah.
You know, there's one
Too
thing of like,
familiar. Too
oops, they
familiar.
crossed on the landing. You know, Eamon crossed on the landing when my friend happened to be coming out in her knickers. All this, like, joshing around, like brother and sister. I'd be like...
Or does he start
ta-ta.
waving it around or something?
I'd be going, best friend, I think it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. Let us know what
not
you think
good.
about that. We love to hear from you. I know it's so difficult. We don't always have time to read all your comments, but we do love to hear from you. So what about this one then, OK? So you've heard the saying, once a cheat, always a cheat, but it seems there actually might be some truth in that because scientists have revealed that men who have higher levels of testosterone to others are more likely to cheat, OK? So they've got the testosterone pumping through the veins. They've got more of it than some. Does that mean they just can't help themselves, Carol? They've
poor
just got
things.
the urge.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because most of the women I know of our age are all pumped up with testosterone as well.
Me included.
And I don't see them cheating. I just see them, you know, trying to make an effort. So, you know, to not cheat, or rather to have sex with their partners. But I don't know. I think it could be an excuse. It could easily be used as an excuse. You know, you read about people who go, oh, you know, I just have to have a go at anything that moves because
Can't help myself.
because I can't help myself because I'm a sex addict or whatever. And now it's like, well, you know, it's got too much testosterone. I can't help it. I just have to do it. But I do think there's also a bit of there could be an evolutionary reason for it because, you know, the natural thing for human beings is to procreate, right? And, you know, it's kind of easier for men, isn't it? So if they do just, you know... And I mean, they're not... Sometimes they're just not fussy where they get it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do think men...
All the male crew, all the male crew here are going to be tittering, laughing.
I do think men and women sometimes go through maybe a midlife crisis, because I've got friends whose partners have all of a sudden started looking after themselves, started changing their clothes, bought a new car or whatever.
Going to the gym.
Going to the gym, and so that's always a sign, I think, of something's not going
Oh, that's
right
the
there.
testosterone,
It is
though,
the
isn't it?
I'm full of testosterone. I don't go around putting it about.
Exactly,
Exactly.
Linda. My point. So it's not really an excuse, is
No,
it?
once a cheat, always a cheat.
Well, there you go. That's
Oh.
what the saying says. Linda believes it. What do you think? Now, still to come, never mind an itsy-bitsy, teeny-weeny bikini. We're going to be talking about the return of the Speedo. Are you happy to see them back? And don't forget, Linda will be putting in a hard day's graft.
Needs a pair of slippers. There we go. Well, my grandchildren like Maltesers. You've got another one of these tabards for me.
Stay tuned to see more of what happened when Linda fondled a feather duster. She became a chambermaid for the day. See you right after this.
I'm delighted to be helping to look after you on this flight to Manchester today. I am a trainee, so please be kind.
Please take a moment to locate your closest exit, bearing in mind this might be behind you.
All right, keep calm.
Oh.
There we are. Keep going.
What do I do?
Keep going. Pull it out.
Oh my God!
Here we go. How
Oh
about
my
that?
God, that's fantastic.
Oh, amazing. Well, that was just a little reminder of what Colleen and I got up to when we were sent off to discover what our lives might have been like had we not become loose women. And in a few minutes, we're going to be revealing how Linda's life might have turned out if she hadn't been doing this. First, though, they've often been spotted on celebrities like Tom Daley, Luke Evans, and made famous by Benidorm's Mel Harvey. Speedos are back. They are back. How do you feel about that? Happy or not so sure?
Well, they're a bit revealing, aren't they?
Very revealing.
You can kind of see, you know,
Where you've kept your lunch.
what you had for... well, I don't know. I mean, if I was a bloke, I'd probably want to wear them because they're at least, like, you know, to keep things together, don't they? So, like,
And you get a better tan.
Well, yeah, and you see blokes with boxer shorts on or shorts, and they go in the swimming pool, they come out, and they're soaking wet. They're soaking wet for ages. And the Speedos are just like, you know, just a little bit wet.
No.
No.
Not having
No.
it. No.
What,
If
so
I went
that
out with a
look-
guy and we went on holiday and he came out in Speedos, be a no from me, Ruth, definitely. And
But what
unless he
if-
had a body like... It's like I wouldn't wear a G-string bikini, do you know what I mean? Because it would look hideous on me. So unless he looks like
in
Tom
your
Daley
opinion.
or... Yeah, I'm thinking most people on the beach's opinion.
But what if you could see it?
Bikini, they'd
Colin.
be pushing me back out to sea, thinking she's beached, get her back out.
Colin, what if you could see, you know, what you were getting for your tea?
But what if they're not that well endowed and they had to pad it out or something?
Pad it out.
I'm just saying, what if they weren't that well endowed? You know, like, they'd probably feel really embarrassed. They'd have to pad it out or something, wouldn't they?
I think
Yeah, you
there's
could get things
something a
put
bit
down there.
show-offy
Mars
about
bars.
them.
Yeah.
I
What?
think there's something a bit show-offy about them. I don't... Apart
do
from
as
the,
well.
you know, the Olympic swimmers...
How
when
would
we
you
showed
feel if
Tom-
Eamon on your next holiday?
Oh, my God, that's what I think. Love him as I do. Oh, dearie me.
Oh, someone's going to mock Eamon up now, aren't they? Someone's going to mock Eamon
Going to do a mock. Sorry, darling. But yeah, that'll be all over
Goodness me,
somewhere.
I think he'd look great.
Later today. I think we should go to a competition. I'm a bit hysterical today. You could be living your best life with this week's competition, actually. An incredible £1 million. Unbelievable. Brenda has all the details.
This is our £1 million competition, and it comes with one big question. Would you take the million in one go or take £10,000 every month for 10 years? While you think about that, Here's Sarah, who won with ITV, to tell you what it's really like.
The first thing we bought when we won was a washing machine and tumble dryer.
Last of the big spenders.
Yeah, we really splashed out, parted, know how to rock and roll. Absolutely enter. I think a lot of people think that, you know, you don't win it, but you do.
Yeah,
you do.
it just goes to show that normal people win these competitions.
Absolutely.
Just think, that could be you. You could win our biggest prize ever. And remember, it's totally tax-free. For another chance to make the £1 million decision, text cash to 82248. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website, entries cost £2. Call 09068 78 2248. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to CD 37 PO Box 7 558 Derby DE1 0NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close on Friday 22nd of October at 4 p.m. Good luck.
Thank you, Brenda. Now, I can't wait for this. This is what happened, Kay, when Linda, our very own bird of a feather, got up close and personal with a feather duster. We sent her off to become a chambermaid for the day.
The producers of Loose Women have sent me along to this mega swanky hotel in Mayfair, voted one of Europe's best new hotels. And it was also sister hotel to where Meghan Markle spent the night before she married Harry. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me.
Linda, welcome to the Mayfair Townhouse.
Oh, thank you. I'm really excited, looking forward to it.
You're in for a treat today.
Oh, thank you. Spa?
Not exactly, more kind of like housekeeping.
Housekeeping? I never mentioned housekeeping.
Let's crack on.
Thank you, Federico. There we go. Oops, running away from me. 505. Right. Oh. Don't help me, I can do it. Ah, look at the mess they've made in here. Where do you normally start, Dora? Bathroom?
In the bed.
The bed first?
Yes.
Right, come on then. I bet this is hard to do on your own. Is there a laundry that does all the washing?
No.
Send it round my house, I'll do it for you cheaper. Timber! In here?
Yes.
Oh.
And just throw it down.
We put this in there and it goes down. I'd like one of these for my grandchildren. You lift the mattress up, don't you? Fold that under.
Nice. Perfect.
I once had a competition with Nadia Sawalha, so you could get the duvet on quicker.
We have to fold it one time.
There we go. Oh, it looks lovely. My arm like that. Bring it over like that. And then I'll put it in like that. Is that right?
Yes.
I don't want Federica having a go at me that later.
We have an easier way, but it's fine.
It's like doing a workout, isn't it?
Look at my pillow. Look at your pillow.
No difference. How's that? Leave it. It's hard work, I tell you. Didn't think it was going to be this hard.
Let's get up. You have to clean the bathroom.
Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? Body lotion. Soap. That can go in there and all. They've only took all the toiletries. Don't know where they've gone. Good for the bingo wings.
What's happened with your uniform?
Got a bit wet.
Come on, Linda. Come on.
I'm coming.
You get the job.
This Hoover feels heavier. Oh, that old bird from Birds of a Feather, Dorian. I think she had a better plumage. Mind you, my sister needs a pair of slippers. There we go. Well, my grandchildren like Maltesers. Have you got another one of these tabards for me? I need another one. Do you think that peacock could fit in my bag?
Come on, Linda, we finished. Where are you?
You check under the bed, see if they've left anything.
Why me?
I ain't stopped all day.
What are the sweets? We're missing sweets.
Not sure. Want one of these?
What are these? Oh, the crisps that we're missing from the minibar. Now it's time that I check the bathroom.
You won't find anything wrong in there, love.
Yeah, I would say that this is spotless, but what about all the rest? Everything is a mess in here.
Yeah, but look at those lovely glass windows there. I've cleaned all them, they look lovely.
I'll give you another 10 minutes, shall I?
Yeah. Oh! Can't film that. Oh, that's my career going down the pan. I need a massage. Where's Michael Bublé when you need him? Blooming lovely.
Linda?
Yep.
What you doing?
Having my lunch.
All right, fine, I'll do that.
You ain't got another pair of those slippers that I could have. I've got one pair for myself. I need another couple of pairs for some of the loose women. My mate Janet Street Porter, she's 74 now. She needs her comfort. Gloria, she's 81. She could do with some slippers. And then you can't give one without the other. So then there's Nadia, Kay, Colleen,
Oh, I love it. Where are my
Linda.
slippers? Did you get us all slippers?
I've got your slippers. You want them now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chuck
got your
them over.
sizes and everything. There you go.
Oh.
So,
There you go. One for you,
Ooh,
one
they're
for
good
you.
ones.
Half
These
of
were
that.
actually gifted,
nice.
but
They're good
there were
ones.
things that you slipped in your tabard that you probably shouldn't have done.
Well, it's all the toiletries.
Yeah.
And it says that everything's free to the guests.
Where's the crisp?
So I was a guest for the day. No crisps, just slippers, all
But
right?
you know, it's
so
funny,
fun
we're
for
watching
them.
that, so when you're cleaning the loo and emptying the bins, we're all going, oh, and you said, I loved it.
I was in my glory, honestly. I love cleaning, love washing. So it was just like my idea of heaven the whole day.
Hard job, though, isn't it? I think.
It is a hard job, and you only get so long per room. So I think I managed to do 2 rooms that day.
Wow.
But you just appreciate all the hard work that goes into it. It really does.
Would
But
it
it's the
make
most
you
beautiful
change?
place.
Yeah, would it make you change how you behave in a hotel now you've seen it?
No, I always behave the same. I always take everything. I always take all the toiletries and everything. I came out of there with 3 bags of stuff, brought it all into work the next day and gave it out to all the loose women.
Yeah, but
Very nice.
people are messier in hotels, aren't they? I
Yeah,
know
they
I
are.
am, for sure.
Oh, I'm not. And I always
leave
money
towels
for
all
the
over the
chambermaid
place.
Oh, no, I
as well.
tidy
Yeah.
Especially if I'm there for
Always
a while.
tip them, yeah.
I always tip them. And I normally tip them at the beginning, then they know to leave toiletries every day.
Yeah.
Just quickly, we've only got about 20 seconds. You haven't done one of these yet. So if we send you off to do something that you think you might enjoy as a job, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know. I always wanted to be a bus conductor. Do they still have them old buses
don't
that
think
I
they
can
have them
swing round the
anymore.
pole? I don't know. But
What,
yeah,
the little
could do that.
machine?
Yeah, the one that makes that noise.
Yeah, I love that. The ticket.
I don't think they do them anymore, Carol.
And I want to be on there with Reg Varney and that other bloke,
the
one who...
buses.
Blakey.
All right.
Ray. I'm not
Listen,
Ray.
the producers are writing that down as we speak, just to let you know. That is
Uh-oh.
it from us today, I'm afraid. Tomorrow we've got the nation's PE teacher, Joe Wicks. He's going to be warming us up, stopping by for a natter. Have a lovely afternoon. Bye-bye.